morning or afternoon, wherever you're watching this from. So today I'm going to be making elderberry wine. This is step 1, which is primary fermentation. So a quick look at what you're going to need first. These are elderberries. These are 3 pounds of elderberries. I'll put it up on the screen with the measurements. Then depends on how you like your wine. If you want a dry wine, you're going to use 1 pound of sugar. If you like a medium wine, you're going to need 2 pounds of sugar. Or if you like me and you like a sweet wine, you want to make sure you've got equivalent amounts of sugar. So 3 pounds of sugar and 3 pounds of elderberries. If you watch this video, I'm guessing you wouldn't know what elderberries are, but in case you don't first, that's how they come. And if you get a fork and just break the berries off, that's how I've got all these off. I've pre-froze these overnight just to kill any bad bugs or nasties that you ain't going to want in there. A measuring jug will definitely come in handy. This is a fermentation bucket. This is from Wilco's. A bucket with the lid. You probably don't have to use this bucket, you like literally probably use any bucket, but this is food grade plastic. A teaspoon, a sachet or a tub of wine yeast. You're going to need some cleaner steriliser solution, which I'm going to use in a minute to clean out my bucket before I start. A yeast nutrient, not necessary but does help, makes the fermentation happen a lot quicker. Then citric acid, or you can add fresh lemons or fresh oranges, but I find this more convenient. A potato masher and a large, like a long spoon, or just any spoon really that you can mix it all up in a minute. So I'm just going to get this bucket sterilised and then I'll be right back. So once you've washed your bucket out, you're going to tip your 4 pounds of elderberries into the tub, into the fermentation bucket, shall I say. Very hard to do with one hand. Try and get all the last bits of juice out there. And then once you've got it in the bucket, sorry about the shaky camera, you just got to mush this down with the potato masher. I'll save the effort and I'll skip once I've done this step. So now you've got your elderberries mushed up, you can see the juices in there now. Your next step is to add your sugar. Like I said, I've used 3 pounds of sugar on this one. And then once you've added your sugar, you'll need 2 pints of boiling water. This also helps kill any nasties. Once you've got that in, just got to give that a good mix through now. Basically until you can feel there's no graininess left from the sugar. So when the liquid's smoothed out a little bit, which is obviously quite hard to tell because the berries are all lumped up. Once I've done this, I'll give this a final mash while it's in the water, just to make sure all the berries are popped. And then once that's done, you have to leave this to cool down until it gets to about 21 degrees C. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit, but I'll add that onto the screen shortly. I can still feel it's just grainy. And then once it's 21 degrees C, I'm going to add the yeast nutrient, the citric acid, and the yeast. So now I've got this cooled down. I've just measured it and it's 20.1 degrees, so just under the perfect temperature. What I'm going to be adding now is we have the yeast nutrient there, the citric acid, and the wine yeast. Please make sure that you do get wine yeast because it's a specific strain which can handle high levels of alcohol. If you use bread yeast for anything, probably say about 8%. Once it gets to 8% alcohol in the fermentation, the yeast will die, so you won't get a finished wine. So just going to add these 3 in now. I'll give this a quick mix up. Make sure as well when you do this, if you do get any on the sides, wipe it up straight away because this stuff really stains. So once you've got that mixed in well, you pop your lid on and try and keep it in a warm place, probably about 20 degrees, 18 to 20 degrees, just standard room temperature. Leave this in this bucket for about 4 days come in every morning or afternoon or whenever you get time and just push all the elderberries back down, because every morning they will float to the top. So keep that for the next 4 days, and then once that's done I'll take you on to part 2. So thanks for watching.